The following announcement is paid for by the Wrestling with Nerds.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hey there, the name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. For some unknown reason, enjoy.
What's going on, wrestling nerds? Tonight was the night. It's the kickoff to WrestleMania 40 live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And holy effing shit, let's get right into it. With me tonight, as always, my two wonderful wrestling best friends, and honestly, best friends in general. Starting off, the other half of J&J Security, TJ Barnier.
What's up, buddy?
a lot is up. Very much a lot is up. And then the one and only, I mean this with the most how do I say this?
I think the word you're looking for is utmost respect.
That it is the one and only Ryan Fry, the wrestling guru. Ryan, throughout this whole time we were watching this son of a bitch, which there's going to be a lot of swears in this, by the way, everybody. Keep your kids away whenever you're listening to this. While we were watching this bitch, you commenting on so much of the stuff we've seen, we heard. I still have goosebumps. But let's start with you, Ryan, because I know you're going to take us through the weave of everything we saw tonight. Where do you want to start? I have a feeling. Go ahead.
Well, let's make it simple. Let's start from the beginning because it's not a big thing there. We got Bianca Belair out first to promote, which is kind of weird. I feel like that should have been Io and Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Just my personal opinion, but I think they want to promote their TV show between her and Montez.
On Hulu.
I was kind of hoping we were going to get Jade Cargill there because I do want to see Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania if that's where they're going. I think that would be great. But we're going to move through these quickly because, yeah, she left. And the next out was Mommy, which we all enjoy Mommy. We know Mommy's on top. She talks about Elimination Chamber being in her home country and how she's going to take care of Nia, and then she's going to take care of whoever wins the women's Elimination Chamber. Got some more details on that. It's now three girls from SmackDown, 3 girls from Raw in the Elimination Chamber to challenge for Rhea. So that'll be kind of interesting. I think it was announced that for SmackDown, it's Bianca versus Michin. I feel sorry for Michin. She always gets stuck in the role of being.
And she is so good, and she just, yeah, like you said, gets stuck.
Fry, you left one little detail out with Bianca. She said she wanted to go back to.
Want to try that again?
Not losing.
Try that again. Your headset cut out.
Saying Bianca had mentioned she wanted to go back to WrestleMania. And currently, year in a row running.
Okay, she's been undefeated for 3 years in a row. She wants to do it again. Your mic keeps cutting out, bro.
I got nothing for you. Head back to camp.
I know. So moved on from that. Rhea talks about that. We get the man, Becky Lynch. I think that pretty much sums it up. That Rhea versus Becky is happening at WrestleMania. Kind of. I think the plan for this press conference was kind of all of a sudden, like to build. But I think this is something they probably should have waited till after Elimination Chamber to do.
Yep.
Just a thought. Because basically now we know that the other 5 people that are going to be in the Elimination Chamber match aren't winning. But the man versus Mommy. Mommy is evidently, from the man's point of view, Mommy will learn what it's like to be a bottom. Rhea Ripley, by the way, could be top, bottom, left, right, up, down, sideways, and I
That
don't
got
care.
us to pop huge in here. The minute Becky said that, I want it, and I want it now.
Yeah, and the one thing I noticed, and I don't know if you two picked up on this. Everybody's promos seemed like it was like, here's the
Real.
microphone, you've got 4 minutes, go talk, and it made it fun. It didn't seem like it was a story like they read the sheet and talked, which was quite nice.
The only one that was reading the sheet was Michael.
Yeah, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, of course, do a wonderful job as the anchors of this show, of anything they do.
So hold on, let me add on to that. Is it me, or does it feel like Michael Cole has a lot more life into him doing all this stuff now that he's with somebody who has a lot of energy like Pat McAfee?
I think yes, Pat is a reason, or Pat is a reason why it's like a refreshment for Cole. But I also feel like he doesn't have McMahon in his ear constantly, and they're letting him free range, and his free range works. I've never been a really big Michael Cole fan. In the last 6 months, I became a giant Michael Cole fan. They're letting him have
cook. Let
yeah,
Cole cook.
they're letting him have free range on the headset, and it's great.
Mhm.
All the way down to Sarah Logan and the whole antler thing, or the horns.
I love it.
He's got things for everybody, and it's entertaining. I like this Michael Cole. This Michael Cole is a winner in my book. Um, and then we get Seth Rollins, and we get the green machine that is Seth Rollins. Comes out and basically
Billy
says,
Green.
Yeah, I felt that was kind of weird for the Bears fan. I bet he felt a little weird in that. And he announces that let's get this over with, and let's get Cody out here to decide. And we get TJ's favorite person.
Mm. He
Kind
did
of
hold his own tonight. I will give Roman this. He did hold his own very well tonight.
It was the best part of that first interaction was listening to the off mic comments between Seth and Roman.
What's funny
Like,
is because they're friends. They really are friends.
Are they? We don't know.
I would assume so.
They were. They were when they were in the Shield, but there's been a lot of distance between the two. So I feel like even whether it's shoot or not, there's definitely animosity between Seth and Roman. Between
100%.
Seth being the workhorse and Roman being the guy that only works once a month. I feel like there's animosity there, and Seth has the attitude of, look what I can do, and look what I'm doing, and what you're not doing. And then they have their little banner back and forth. It was quite nice. It was to see them too. And then you think you're gonna get Cody again, and you don't. It's The Rock. The Rock's here.
Also in there, Roman chose Rock. Roman.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
chose.
Roman said that Cody's time has came up. He's not allowed to choose anymore. Roman's choosing, and Roman chooses The Rock.
I did like how they did that. That was a good swerve in the moment.
I know Roman thinks he's in control of everything, but yeah.
Remember, it's his ring, it's his camera, it's his uniform.
Yeah. So let me get The Rock, and The Rock comes out, and this is mind-boggling. Well, not mind-boggling, but it's like a unseen or haven't been seen in a long time.
At
type
least
deal.
20 years. At least
close to it, 18 years, somewhere around there. Rock tries to talk, and nobody lets him speak. The fans want no parts of The Rock's shtick. They could care less. AJ, I think you narrowed it down to what the crowd was chanting. They were doing the whole one side, or 4 friends say this, 6 friends say this.
We want Cody. No, we don't.
Yeah, so and that went on, and it was I told you guys, there's a picture that I can just remember from what we just watched, where Roman's standing there and Rock's standing there in the middle, and Seth is to the other side, and it was like I just saw that image, and I just instantly got butterflies for the first time for wrestling in a long time. And Cody wasn't even out there yet.
So before you continue, I want to ask both of you this because, as you guys know, I just throw out questions because I want to hear what you guys think about it. For everybody watching at home, thank you for being here. This is our reaction to the WrestleMania 40 kickoff event press conference in Las Vegas. But Ryan, are you feeling like this is, I'm trying to phrase this correctly? Do you feel like you are getting so into it, butterflies and everything, because they're treating wrestling back to how it was when you were a kid? All the kayfabe, treating it like it's real. These press conferences.
I think I like this press conference, and I hope they continue doing this for like the big 4 events or big 5 events, or even all the events leading up. I could see them doing a presser for France for Backlash, and then doing one for Toronto for Money in the Bank, and then SummerSlam. I feel like this is where that partnership between the WWE and the UFC work well together, because this, I think we all 3 agreed, this press conference had a UFC feel to it right off the bat. What was the first things our reactions were when they brought Triple H out? I forgot Triple H did tell us.
And there's one reason why I'm grabbing this. There is one reason.
Well, we can't see it. But anyhow.
Because somebody doesn't have his.
We were talking about Hunter had come out. We had forgot to mention that Hunter came out, gave us the WrestleMania history, which was great. I love that. That was fantastic. But you get the UFC mixture of the presser, because we were like, it's a press conference with no tables. This is gonna be weird, but it worked. It worked 100%. And I think Big E said it best at the end of the whole thing. I don't know what's gonna happen next,
and that's what I want. That's what I want.
And it's the best thing for me all week long has been the fact that I've read the dirt sheets, and Meltzer and Alvarez have been so fucking wrong that I love it. Anytime them two are wrong, it's great. That means Swerve.
I need to soundboard that whenever we bring up Meltzer, it's from a couple episodes ago, or even the last episode. It's fuck you, Meltzer. Fuck you, Meltzer.
Yeah, it's simply fuck Dave Meltzer. Sorry.
Mike, I'll get to your question in a second. Ryan, continue.
But we're good on the. I mean, we get the wrestling is back to being, well, WWE, because the other one, who knows? WWE is back to being that you need to tune in now to see what's going to happen next. It's not, the storyline started and I can already predict the rest of it. And you guys know me as being the guy that can finish a story out. I've got nothing on this. I am literally sitting on my hands waiting for WrestleMania now.
And guess what? The 3 of us are going to be there. And speaking of the 3 of us being there, shameless plug, by the way, T-shirts. We have them. We have them in T-shirts, hoodies, or sweatshirts-ish. These are the fronts. These are the backs. For our good old buddy, the Guru Ryan Fry. There's the front, and down the nice sleeve, we have our logo here, if it would load. They're very comfortable. My wife did model them for both of them, and they're big. They're big.
So are we gonna mention the
Hold on,
heard around the world?
We'll get there. But Mike Campigio, who I think you guys know from HSR, 2 main events: Rock Roman versus Cody Seth, and then Cody Roman night 2. I honestly want to put this out there because I like that idea. I was thinking this. Rock Roman versus Cody Seth night 1. If Cody and Seth win, Cody gets the title shot to Roman on night 2.
No, because that's predictable. And
I think we would
WWE
need
is
to
not
do
going to let that
chamber
happen.
long before
Okay.
then. I don't.
I think you adding the stipulation that if they win, then Cody gets the match. Roman or Seth and Cody are going to beat them.
Okay.
You're not gonna go in the night 2 of WrestleMania not knowing what your main event's
And
gonna
also, hi Justin, and if anybody wants any Wrestling with Nerds merch or Nerds Do Nerd Things merch, the links are down in the description. It's the Streamlab link.
be.
TJ, where's your US?
What? Oh! You mean this thing
It
that's
looks
been
so
sitting
sexy.
here in my lap this whole time?
I want it so bad. I want Seth so bad, but it's like $500 and I can't justify. Honey, I just spent $500. Oh, did you fix your car? No.
This thing right here. This talking about AJ.
But anyhow, back to what we were supposed to be talking about, the press conference. You get Rock out. Rock's trying to do his shtick. Nobody's having any parts of it. And then we get a really cool, basically, diagram of what the bloodline really is. And it was
It's
fun
on
for
screen.
us.
It's on screen.
It's fun for us because we took a minute and you guys let me just describe or just explain where different parts of the bloodline come into play. I
Ryan,
did find it quite interesting.
check the Discord. I'm sharing my screen so you could see what I'm showing everybody. So if you wanted to go into any of that again, feel free, because that was probably the best 2 to 3 minutes of you explaining a whole fucking family tree that wasn't my own.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, and I found it kind of cool because they use their real names and then they use their wrestling names. So like off of Rikishi, who's right dead center in the middle in the second line, it's Rikishi. Savla Fatu Jr. That's Rikishi, and all of his kids. You're getting Jonathan and Joshua, not Jimmy and Jay, and you're seeing Naomi or Trinity right there. The Rock has added Naya to the bloodline tree basically now up in the top left or top right if you're looking at the screen. Snuka is there. You get Roman and his brother Rosie who passed away. You get the connections between Fatu, Rikishi, and Samu. They were the head shrinkers. You see where the connections are. You get the recently released Jacob Fatu is right there, bottom full line, not the Lance by himself, but Fallen Bull line. The last one, that's Jacob. That's the guy that was just released from MLW that has a pretty big mean streak in him. It's just cool how you see this bloodline family, and it is. I'll give them that. It's the most volume of family in the WWE,
1, 2,
so to
3,
speak.
4, 5, 6.
Is the best way to put it.
8, 9,
But
10, 11.
I kind of wish, and we said this too, because I mean we were still thinking Cody was going to come out and actually cut a whole thing. It would have been really cool if Cody would have said, "Okay, my bloodline," and it would have just been Dusty, Cody, and Dustin. That would have been pretty interesting in my opinion. But
so I just counted everybody with a like surname or a ring name. There's 28 of them. There's 28.
Yeah. So and I get it. They're I've been saying it for the last 2 years. What's the beginning of Cody's theme music?
Hold on. I got you, fam. Here we go.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
So
Want to keep going with that?
I've been saying let's play the family card, and here we are playing the family card.
And they do the not the blood oath, but this is the match.
Now, that's the part I wanted to get to with all this. Those two just agreed blood oath to a match at WrestleMania.
I agree, and I wonder if that's going to play a factor in something. And AJ just caught on to that.
So now Triple H, whoever you want to call it, Adam Pearce or Nick Aldis, because I think it's a SmackDown title, so I think it's got to be kind of both. You are fighting Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. You are. And then, what the fuck
As,
am I?
as the graphic you see behind me.
And then The Rock's like, what the fuck then? What the fuck is
by the
going
way,
on?
By the way, I'm pointing this out, and I noticed this. TJ's graphic. Above Cody, it says the American Nightmare. Now over Roman's, it just says WWE Champion. It says nothing about Universal Champion.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
It's just straight up WWE Champion.
So, let me hear this. You know, their blood oath and everything. Rock's like, now what the fuck is going on? We swore to this match. Yeah, night one. Night one is going to be that opening match.
Well, let's
think
get through this, and I'm going to throw another theory at you. The
Bullshit.
theory I've got based
Hold on. I got it.
beyond.
Hold on. I got it. Actually, I might need to shut off my camera for this. Give me a sec.
I'm scared. I'm.
Hold on. Goose Fraba.
My theory has to do with what happens at the end of this.
All right, hold on. Everybody watching at home, bear with me here.
I hope he
I'm
falls over the
scared.
fucking chair.
I am so scared.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it unplugged my mic for a sec. Hold on. This is bullshit.
And that place went.
Oh yeah,
ballistic.
you didn't do the, but yeah.
I wasn't going to.
Cody comes out with the mic tap on the microphone here, and it's like,
So we get
me, I get to pick.
Yeah, we get no grand entrance from Cody, which was not expected, which made it even a bigger pop about it. And he's like, "Hey, yo, I'm the one that gets to pick my match for WrestleMania." And I think in that sense, he felt like, I used The Rock as counsel, but I feel like The Rock swerved me in The Rock getting what Rock wanted and screw Cody. And wait a minute, no, I'm taking it. And I love how he looked at Seth twice, almost to say, "I'm sorry, man, but I got to do it." And he looked at Seth once, and he looked at him again like sorry, like without looking at him and actually saying sorry. You could tell that he was like, "I'm going this way." And he challenged Roman, and Roman didn't know what to do. And Rock, Hollywood, I'm going to start calling this Hollywood Tribal Rock or Bloodline Rock.
And you mentioned that tribal thing, Fry. There was one little thing we didn't talk about when you were showing the. Remember what you pointed out to us that it said for The Rock, and what it didn't say for Roman.
Yeah, that was interesting. On the family tree, it says that Rock is a high chief.
Yep.
And I can't remember the name or the word underneath of it. It probably means like junior or something.
Seiuli.
Okay.
Louis.
It says that The Rock is a high chief. For Roman Reigns, it says nothing.
Not Ting.
It says his name and then underneath Roman Reigns, and that's it. It says nothing about being the tribal chief.
So Cody goes out and says, "I choose you, Roman." And everything goes back and forth. And then he brings up your father.
Well, he brings up the family. He brings up that
Roman brought in family.
Yeah, Roman and Rock, all they keep talking about is family. And Cody made a good point. He's like, "Well, how's Jay?"
Well, because if you remember right, Roman insults Cody. He says, your father would be embarrassed right now. As Cody's about to say, Cody's like, "Excuse you?
So
what did you just say?"
Time out. So I'm looking at the Facebook chat. We know The Rock has been a chief for a while. We know that he's had a high, I guess, level, I'd call it. I got poor choice of words there.
Standing in the family.
Which, Ryan, might be, actually, I think you could, if I'm sharing my screen, you could see the chat as well. Which, thank you everybody for joining. Hit that like button, subscribe. And Ryan's pulling it up on his phone so he could read the chat better.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But...
Thank you. So it, in his name, he got the title in 2000s. Great, I love it. That's fine. But I love how that was pointed out in that bloodline chart that, Roman may call himself the tribal chief, but he's not there.
Ryan,
And
back off the mic a little bit. You're popping. Just a little bit.
so I feel like
I get it.
that was a good diagram of the Samoa, the Hanoi family. I know I just screwed that whole last
Bloodline.
name up.
But I love what Cody says.
Then we get Cody asking about Jay, and it was kind of like, "Ooh, cheap shot." But then it was like, then Roman
Then he
took the cheap shot
lackey.
about Dusty, and it's like, I don't know about you guys, but I got that weird feeling like it was like the it was kind of like Cody shows up at the wrong end of the neighborhood, and it's this giant Samoan family, and then it's Cody.
Mhm.
Because Dustin's not there. If Dustin was
but-
there, that would have been amazing. If they would have hit
If he'd have
Goldust
walked
music
out,
and Dustin would have walked out, that would have been fucking
So-
awesome.
All right,
fuck
do we,
Stan's music. Just have him appear behind Cody of like, mind you,
So-
I'm standing here.
I know we've had a lot of theories going into this, and honestly, I'm with Ryan on this. I love the theories. Guys, keep going in the chat. Hit that like button.
Oh, I'm not done. I'm not done.
If
You
you
got
guys,
something I want to talk
if you guys want to see something like that on the screen, make sure you hit the like button if you're on Facebook. But holy shit, Ryan, it popped into my head where you have Rock, you have Solo, you have everybody in the fucking world on that side. We get to WrestleMania, you got Dustin, and then what happens if the Rhodes goes for some I don't know.
I like that.
Oh shit! Anybody from NXT?
I like that. That's solid right there. Coming from the guy that usually falls asleep 5 minutes in, right there. I give you that one, brother.
Yeah, but even
Dusty's
Roman's a
kids.
dusty kid.
And the biggest dusty kid is Seth. The biggest dusty kid out of NXT was Seth. He's the guy. Dusty anointed Seth the first NXT World Champion for a reason. He's the first dusty
I
kid.
could see it in TJ's eyes. He's doing a,
Oh, I'm not done yet, pal.
but
I'm
But
gonna
then we
earn
get-
this tonight.
And
Don't
then
worry.
and then we get Rock, and I understand Rock's point of view. Makes perfect sense on Rock's point.
I love how his
You know,
voice cracks. Like you could
we
feel
can-
the emotion.
Yeah,
through
like
it.
I get it. Rock, Roman, there's not an actual there's not hatred towards each other. It was just this match needed to happen. So it makes sense that they could line right back up together.
And I don't know if any of the viewers knew about the McAfee thing. We watched it before this, and Rock mentioned on there that they were supposed to fight last year.
No,
He mentioned that on McAfee.
was it 39? It was 39.
He mentioned on the show with McAfee this afternoon that they had talked about back when they were talking in Colorado that he was supposed to fight Rock in Hollywood, and it never came to fruition.
Mike, I don't
Yeah.
think Rock costs Roman the title. I think now with heel Rock, he's probably going to help protect heel Roman. That makes any
Well,
sense.
remember, family got brought up, and now the Rock's.
And back
Yeah.
to that, what does Cody say
Could-
to the Rock
could-
and Roman?
Wait a minute.
I don't-
It's a why all of a sudden is everything about he did a movie and a guy mentioned family once and he stopped doing it. Now we're in
Family.
wrestling and he mentions family and now everybody's in it. Just speaking from a different angle there, but who's to say that Rock, helps Roman, is now not with Roman, but blood before hose type deal, and it's the threat of the family is real. We saw it with the backstage part with Hunter, where Rock told him to fix it and fix that shit is his words, and Hunter says you've gone too far, and he said, and Rock's words were, "I'll slap his fucking teeth out of his mouth." I wish,
And then Roman says
in
something, and
an
I
absolute
Hear it.
in an absolute perfect world of things that have already transpired to be fixed, I wish Triple H wasn't and the health that he is, and he's the old Triple H.
Well, to be
You
fair,
found my theory. You have hit my theory on the head. They have been setting up a match between the two of them for like 5 fucking. Every time Rock would come onto a Raw, the two of them
Sorry.
would get into a moment in backstage of like, oh well, you know, I could be you. They have brought it up so many times, and I was gonna get there to it.
So-
Fry, you hit it.
My
Do you
guy,
think we
that
could get one more match?
I don't
my
know.
guy, the whole Rock versus Triple H thing dates all the way back to WrestleMania 31 with Ronda. You remember Rock and Ronda and Triple H and Stephanie in the ring? That's where that started, and we've never seen the conclusion of it.
Could we
Um,
Could Hunter
I-
do Matt
I
one
don't know. I would love to
at
see it.
WrestleMania 40?
It would be, for me personally, one of the coolest things I've ever experienced because Triple H is right there at the top of my list.
Because what was the last thing Hunter said when Rock and Roman walked away? No, you're lucky. What is holding him back? Now, let's not forget, we can't talk about father-in-law here. But you want to talk royal families? Who's more fucking royal than Stephanie McMahon's fucking husband? That is the heir apparent of
He is
royal
the king.
family.
so
He is the king. He is the king of kings.
can you fucking imagine night one of Mania, night one, something goes down involving all parties that we're talking about right now?
This anything you have thought wise is great, but all of that stuff will be cleared up before we get to Mania.
I'm just saying, if we just hear
Time to play the game.
And again, you want to
Oh my
talk
God.
about
it happens.
want to talk about a Dusty Rhodes person who co-created NXT with Dusty Rhodes.
Why do you yell sometimes when we can't hear you, and then you yell and it comes out perfect? I love it.
Fucking goosebumps. So everybody, the two of you, say hi to, and if I'm looking at the map right, we have our first New Zealand fan in the chat that Ryan's
That's
been
awesome.
talking to.
Awesome.
I hope you can get to Perth. I wish I could go. This place, that sounds like awesome.
I wish I was able to say your name, but dyslexia is a bitch. Please follow us, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. You'll get a lot more wrestling content and a heck of a lot more nerd content on top of that. Ryan, continue rolling this along. A refill is needed.
So we get Cody, you know, this is bullshit and I'm challenging Roman, and then the whole family thing. And Rock's like, you disrespect his father, you disrespect my grandfather. I think that's where Cody went with was supposed to go.
The
I
jab
think
was
Cody-
at Roman, though, right? Not
Well,
Rock.
No, yeah, and I think Cody kind of screwed up there because I think Cody was supposed to mention Roman's father, which is Alpha or Sika, whichever one of the. I always get them confused. But I think he was supposed to go to his father so that when Roman came back with his father, it lined up. You know what I mean? And then he looked at The Rock and he improvised, and you can tell he improvised because it was definitely not. And he went, and your grandfather. Well, once he did that, The Rock was like, yeah, fuck you, dude. You must, his grandfather, my grandfather, his ancestors are my ancestors. His blood is my blood. And
Then he
they
slapped
smacked
the
slap shit out of him. And then that's where I'm loving, and we've mentioned this for weeks now. I am loving this new version of kayfabe, and I don't think anybody's talking about it as much as they should be because it's the best thing in wrestling right now. This new version of kayfabe where they're letting them be real with off the microphone. Seth basically looks at Rock and says, "I don't give a shit if you're on the board or not. You don't get to come in here and do what you want to do." And Rock looks at him and says, "Yes, I can. We both get to do what the hell we want to do." And Seth looks at Roman and says, "I could beat you on your best day 8 days in a row," or something like that to that extent.
I think he
And
says,
like,
I already have you.
yeah, and then and I love how they kept the microphones open because, like you pointed out, we had Triple H and Heyman chit chatting, and Heyman's like, "I don't represent him. I represent the tribal chief. I
Yeah.
don't represent the
Hunter's
Rock."
like, he crossed the line. He crossed the line. You hear him and go, I don't represent him.
Yeah, and they kept the mics were open the whole time because you could hear Cole and McAfee talking to each other about what was going on too. Like they didn't have a clue what was going on.
Well, and then fast forward just a smidge, you get to the panel back up at the front with Roman Rock still on stage, and CM Punk's like, I'd slap the shit out of him.
Yeah,
And you can see The Rock is looking at him going, who the fuck this?
by the way, I will never take back things I said about CM Punk because I feel like that's the old CM Punk. But this CM Punk, I like. I am enjoying this CM Punk because he has no filter. He has no filter in the sense of not like AEW where they have free range to say and speak whatever they want and cuss and do all that stuff. But he's not sticking to a story while he's on the microphone doing the press conference. He's letting them. I was really weird because he just bent down and he's probably giving the dog one of them bacon treats or something.
Yeah.
But it was just cool how and it's like, The Rock could hear Punk say, if that was me and Rock would have slapped me, I'd had to punch him in the teeth.
Do you
So-
believe he said something along the lines of, I had a gut clawed an eyeball out, I'd be smacking the shit out of.
Yeah, and it makes it. It's awesome to be a wrestling fan. It's really fun to be a WWE fan. And guys, oh, he's not here yet, so I'll wait for him to come back. But
I say he's killing me, Smalls, but there ain't nothing Smalls about him.
it's amazing to be, like I said, a wrestling fan again. The road to WrestleMania has started. We are on it. It's gonna be the longest 2 months of all three of our lives for sure.
No kidding.
So,
Oh my.
you want to know how
God.
I have been getting through those longest months leading up to this? Because it started months ago. Once I started paying Ryan. Monday SmackDown, Tuesday NXT. No, wait. Monday Raw, Tuesday NXT, Friday SmackDown. It's the same, or it's Monday again. Oh, it's Monday again. Monday again. We're a week closer. And it's like the 3 major wrestling shows a week. It just keeps it going and going. And we're what, 58 days away?
I'm not even thinking about it like that. It's on the.
And I
And-
will get a fucking belt, whether somebody buys it for me or I buy it myself. Getting a fucking belt.
Guys, I can officially make a statement that I made at the Royal Rumble. In our chat, I proudly put it in there. I think I officially get to see the finish of the story.
I fucking hope so.
There's absolutely no way that Cody doesn't finish the story at this WrestleMania.
And you want to know something?
Or at least I don't like to finish the story thing because I feel like this book. He finished this chapter. This is the chapter in the middle before we get to the back end of the book.
So, Ryan knows, and I think TJ knows this as well. I've been a Cody fan Ryan knows, and I think TJ knows this as well. I've been a Cody fan ever since he debuted with Bob Ollie. And then he went through all those phases of Cody Rhodes, dashing, broken. I'm trying very much not to get emotional because it's kind of fucked up here. But when him and Dustin had that match together and Dusty was out with them doing all that stuff, and I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that unfortunately still dealing with today. Granted, I haven't talked to her in a while, but that's besides the point. Wrestling was my escape, and this was before Ryan and TJ. And I always thought, the Dusty stuff, the Ryan and TJ probably say it better with the slept in an alley eating pork and beans and everything, and the real man.
Wined and
Well,
dined with king and queen.
spoken like a true Yankee. It's ladies and gentlemen, I have wined and dined with kings and queens, and I slept in alleys sleeping on pork and beans.
So it to I was going through a lot of stuff in my personal life, and knowing his story, seeing his sons together, it really brought home of family and family inside one business doing stuff together. There's a lot of love there, and the joy on Dusty's face to hold both of his kids in the ring at the exact same time, even though they're like 14 or 15 or 16 years apart.
18.
I was getting there. There's two away. And how close my father is with me and my brothers, kind of the same concept there, and it hit me a lot. And then unfortunately Dusty does pass a couple years later, and then Cody leaves WWE and I don't see him anymore. And the next time I see him is NEW, Northeast Wrestling. He has a steel cage match with Kurt Angle. This is the 3 out of 3 matches, 1-1 for each of them. This is the finale of that, where Cody eats the backflip that I don't know if you guys might have seen when Rocky posted it, off the cage in a gymnasium. That's also this. No, that's not the same night. And he doesn't leave. Like after that night, Cody stuck around and talked to 50 of us, 60 of us, and fuck, it was like, all right, well, you're not in WWE, but you are one of us. You deal with the same exact shit that we do. And I've been such a Cody fan since the beginning in 2007, late 2007 ish.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
And just to see him up front talking to us, I shook his hand. Granted, I didn't get a T-shirt like I got with the Young Bucks, but the Yuck Bucks. I'm sorry. But I've been a Cody fan for forever.
You had a great story there, and you totally yucked it up.
No, I've wanted to see Cody finally win that prize. Because I didn't know about all that his father didn't win that championship. Brian, that's a you bestowing your wrestling knowledge on me. And now I want to see it come true, because honestly, as much as it's predetermined, it's real to me, damn it.
You know what, AJ? I'm gonna steal this. Saw a clip of this from somebody. I can't credit it. But for anybody that gives wrestling shit, what you said about me, you enjoy movies? You enjoy movies?
Oh, yeah, that time I heard it. Yes.
You enjoy movies? Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie's predetermined. Still go to it anyway. What is the big knock on wrestling?
Ooh.
If it's predetermined, oh, that makes it not real. Movies aren't real. Movies make millions of dollars every year, every billion globally.
Fuck.
Why does that WWE have to be any different?
True. But guys, we are on the road to WrestleMania. It's going to be a fun-ass movie for the next 2 months.
So, question, and I'm sorry for dragging this on, but I got the guru here, and I want to ask him on live YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Do you think the hashtag We Want Cody's changed anything? Or do you think that's kayfabe coming back?
I think that what was the number, TJ? 500,000 thumbs down?
It was 200,000, hours.
Yeah, I think that played a pivotal role. I think it was definitely a turn of sorts. Or at least make the fans think they're the ones that made the turn of making them pivot. It could have been in the cards the whole time. We'll never know. That's the great thing about professional wrestling. Is
It's
when
up
they
to
keep this-
380,000 downs.
when they keep the plans to themselves and it doesn't get spoiled. Like right now, it's not getting spoiled because none of the dirt sheets had any of this right. That I've seen.
Hell,
I
technically,
don't-
we don't know what we've got right, other than we know Cody and Roman are fighting.
yeah.
Nothing has been
and-
mentioned yet of that Blood Oath match at Mania.
I want to know, and it's probably going to take till Monday or even next Friday. Or, no, yeah, Friday
Tomorrow.
maybe.
I'm wondering if we get
Tomorrow.
I'm wondering if we get Roman and Rock on SmackDown from here on out.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to ask. And for everybody
You
in the
mean
chat,
Roman's gonna show up for work the next 2 months? Get out of here.
time out. That's funny. I love it. Seth
You're the
brought
guy that acknowledges him.
to
He
the,
may be my tribal chief, but you know what? I ain't sitting here wearing a Roman Reigns shirt now, am I?
so let me
I love you. I love you.
let me throw this out there. What did Rock say to Triple H on the way out? You fix
Last
it
slot.
or I am.
You fix it or we'll fix it.
I 100% think we might see Rock or Roman, if not tomorrow, next Friday, or even Monday, because Cody's a Raw superstar.
Well, here's the thing: you get
Uh.
Rock and Roman tomorrow. You're also gonna get tomorrow. We get Rock and Roman on SmackDown. We're also gonna have them next week before Perth because they are recording SmackDown tomorrow and the following week.
Son of a
Good
bitch,
point.
This
Didn't-
is
no.
It's 2 weeks away.
Isn't SmackDown
2 weeks.
to be taped in Australia?
Yes.
Okay,
thought
then
so.
I stand corrected.
I thought SmackDown was supposed to be recorded in Perth.
No,
may
that's
be wrong on
that's
that.
the France show. That's the France
Oh,
show.
that's right. The France one is SmackDown. You're right. You're totally right on that.
There you go, TJ. Have
What?
your mother buy that for you.
My mother? You mean your mother? His mother? Our mother?
She's the wonderful lady that gave birth to that.
What a hole.
Let's not forget here. She kind of became our tribal mother.
Jesus Christ. You are worse than Jerry the King Lawler playing the fence. 1 minute you're hyping Cody Rhodes, next minute you're using a Roman line.
All right. So
Well, that's my pick.
before we start doing before we
That was
start
great.
doing our
That was
goodbyes,
great.
there's gonna be a handprint that pops up on my head.
I was gonna
so
say we only get that loud smack noise because AJ's so bald.
Um,
Can you
Does-
stick a Nerf dart to that?
I actually might have one. No, I don't have one. Yes or no answers only. Only.
Okay.
Does Rock fight at Elimination Chamber? TJ?
No.
Ryan?
Maybe.
Does Roman fight twice at Mania? TJ?
Yes.
Ryan?
Maybe.
Does Cody fight twice at Mania? TJ?
Maybe.
Ryan?
Maybe.
Do you want to know why I say does Cody fight twice at Mania?
Because you're thinking Cody beats Roman and then challenges Rock? We shall see. We're leaving one big thing open, and we're going to leave it open until next week. But where does this leave Seth?
I swear to God, if it's Drew, I don't want it to be Drew. As much as I like what Drew's done.
What if it's Cody, Roman, and Seth and Rock?
What do you mean? Fatal 4-way?
Cody
No.
and Roman.
Cody and
Seth
Roman,
and Rock.
Seth and Rock.
Then no. How do the titles change? Wait.
Ding, 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 ding.
So, if Roman and Rock win, Roman gets the world. Rock gets the world heavyweight. Roman stays with the WWE.
No. Night 1, Rock and Seth. Night 2, Roman versus Cody. You have Rock versus Seth for the world title, and you have Roman versus Cody for the WWE title. And then you head to SummerSlam with Cody versus Rock.
Bloodline. Leg.
Yeah, you need to buy that mic tonight.
He may have eliminated the tribal chief, but he hadn't yet beat the high chief.
Now, here's my issue. If Rock does something at Mania and Cody doesn't have anybody come out, is The Rock taking the role of Solo?
What if Jay interjects and super kicks Rock?
Rock Jay?
No, but like if Rock tries to get himself involved, and it's Seth and Jay come to the rescue for Cody.
See, the thing is, I still want to see Rock Roman. I very much do.
Although we did just have this conversation about Triple H possibly having a match, and that probably can't happen. But who's to say he can't do a run-in?
Wait.
Things get out of hand. Things get out of hand in the Bloodline take over like they're thinking they're gonna do it, and Seth and Triple H come out and take out Rock and Solo.
So,
and have we forgot somebody? Have we not mentioned a certain in the grass?
Randy Orton.
Certain Viper who still wants Roman Reigns on a platter.
Who's as close to a brother to Cody as Dustin would be if Dustin was there.
Could we possibly see a Bloodline versus Legacy kind of angle?
Well, we won't have Ted.
What if it's a new evolution with Cody, Randy, and
with
Seth?
Hunter and the
Hunter and the Ric Flair role against the Bloodline, and this builds all the way to Survivor Series. That could be the part that is chapter or innings 8 and 9. This could be just inning 7 in the Bloodline story.
I feel like I said that.
Fucking amazing.
Didn't I say it was maybe? Because I know you, at least TJ.
So you picked the inning right, bozo. You didn't have the ending. I just booked it. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if that's the case, if it's only inning 7, does Cody still win?
Yeah.
Yeah. The downfall of the Bloodline needs to start. So that way when we get to inning 9 and 10,
well, I'll interject. The downfall of the Bloodline already. Remember, we've only seen the foundation start to crack.
Yeah. How's Jay doing?
Where's those tag belts at?
But
I don't want to stop this because we have so much more to really talk about. Oh, and before we go any further, because we're gonna come back to Cody and Roman really before we close up. WWE's got a new show coming out on Twitter. It's not even called Twitter anymore. It's called X. They're going to be 5-minute long matches, which I don't know how they're going to do that.
Thanks, Elon. Love you.
But it's called WWE Speed.
Yeah, it's just I think it's a cool little thing. You know how people's way of going about social media now is in short bursts. So we get 5-minute matches and that's the way we're going to go about it.
I know we're broadcasting right now, not just on the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast Facebook page, not just on the Wrestling with Nerds podcast page, the Nerds group page, but the Wrestling Over Everything page. If any of you MFers are going to be down in Philadelphia or up to Philadelphia when we go to WrestleMania, we want to see you. We very much want to see you, and I might have a couple gifts for people, so you might want to come find us.
Shouldn't be hard to do. I'm sure it'll be documented well.
Yeah, we get Eric Cartman and Eric Cartman.
Respect my authority!
We'll be right back.
All right. Well, TJ, overall tonight, and I wanted to ask Ryan this, but he's, Bye, Felicia. Real fast. But TJ, if we have more press conferences like this,
This was fun. This whole concept was fun. The only thing that wasn't fun was having to wait for Ryan to get a meeting and staying off social media.
no
That
fucking
sucked.
shit.
But we did it. We made it work. I like the post PLE press conference. I like the lead-in press conferences. One thing UFC has always done better than WWE is put their main match competitors on a stage together, not in a ring, but on a stage, in front of an audience, right in front of the audience.
Mhm.
And that's what I think this felt like it was. This was very UFC feely. Even with the going back to Rhea and Becky, they were right there, and they had to be separated by our general manager on Raw.
I love seeing the minute everything started culminating towards the end of that, you had Pierce, Triple H, and Aldis just standing there waiting.
Yeah.
It felt like all the tempers were up, everybody was on edge, and ding, 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 here we the fuck go.
Like they knew what was going on because Cody came out, like you said, mic tapping, whoa, this is bullshit.
And I loved how he did it. I really do.
And the whole time Roman was talking, Seth was standing there. You can't do this. You can't. That's not how this works. And like Roman's like, just go back to your secondary show.
I don't care if all over the place. But hoping we get Ryan back soon. But TJ, how does that belt feel?
Oh, the mailbag this week, very kind, sucker. Finally,
I was trying very hard to coerce people. Can I get an early birthday present? I'll pay half.
Let's call this a late Christmas.
Hey, so speaking of that,
this is my favorite belt right here. I love Roman's belt. I love all those belts, but this is my favorite. The the United States title, but the patriotic feel of this thing. And if anything, that big eagle right there, that big eagle right there, that harkens back to time. Maybe this storyline builds, or I've heard around that back to that.
You 100% need a new mic.
I
would buy it tonight if you could. But as much as I love that belt, I love how it looks. I do like the old one a little bit better, the one right before that. But
yeah,
that is a very nice looking belt. It looks like it should be worn by a champion, and you, sir, are the Nerds champion of trivia. But no, I was trying to cash in so many favors, be like, I get belt? Hey, I wanted to be like, hey, Nate, how's your Xbox? Get me a belt.
Oh, God.
Like, early birthday present? Like, I also wouldn't be surprised if my wife was listening to this and just, like...
Hey, we got an idea for AJ. I'm a belt.
Dude.
And I'm not going to lie, dude. The little... on these... Like, I knew belts were cool. But, like, the logo...
10-ish pounds.
Dude, it feels a lot heavier than 10-ish
pounds. And honestly, I'm going to get it. It's whether it's bought for me or I buy it. I'm going to get the new World Heavyweight because the one I have is a Walmart brand.
Right. The bag that it comes into, like, pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
But
guys,
hopefully we get Ryan back.
I was gonna close up shop because I don't know when he's coming back. What did you all think of the press conference tonight? We want to hear from you, even if we're not live. And this was done live. Comment down below.
Yeah, no, we had to wait around tonight forever. It felt like.
Let us know. You're probably gonna see us on TikTok. It's wrestling_with_nerds. Go check them out. Our normal podcasting one is Nerds Doing Nerd Things Podcast. So there's 2 separate ones. Go follow them. Go like them. You're gonna see a lot of stuff out on social media with the Wrestling
them being
with Nerds.
us. They're Jack.
Yeah, well,
Come like us. We like you. Come like us.
well, no. If you want to see more of us, you kind of have to.
Well, yeah. We've certainly given you the avenue.
And
Do you even know where we'll be the first weekend of April?
And our first New Zealand viewer is a huge wow in a way. But guys, thank you for joining us. Comment below, let us know how you feel. Go buy some effing merch. Do it. They're comfy as hell. And I can't wait to hand both of them the multiple shirts that I got them because I like them so much. But bye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on Monday for our 2001 No Way Out episode.